Tam show today. We got a special report that we want to give to you guys. It's all about
Biketoberfest, which is coming up just in the next week. It's going to be the 17th through the 20th.
So check it out. We're going to give you a bunch of great information here to hopefully help you out if you're on your way there or thinking about going, or hey, is anything even going on? Stay tuned and we're going to get right to it.
There you go.
Just want to let you know, if you haven't been watching or checking out Facebook and some of the other media sources that are out there, we're not going to be there this year. That's the first thing. But just to let you know that there's quite a few things that are going on. There's several hotels that I can't find that Facebook post. There's like 5 or 6 of them that are owned by the same company down on the A1A, and they are closed. So make sure before you head out, you've called, because a lot of them have damage and they're not going to open up. One is the Hilton. The Hilton will be open on the 17th. The last I heard, they still had rooms, but people have been talking about it, so I don't know how much longer that will last. So just to kind of let you know about that. You might want to start looking for hotels that are more inland, because you'll be more likely to find rooms than along the coast. That's for starters. When it comes to campgrounds, one of the big ones that aren't going to be open this year is
Cackleberry.
Yep, they got flooded really bad. If you didn't see that on Facebook, there were some people putting some pictures up showing that the water was gone. The owner actually came out this morning and said it's canceled. We're not going to allow anybody on our property. Now, across the street
At Cabbage Patch,
they will be open. Now, for one, we're going to talk about some places that you have as options if you've got a trailer or you don't know where I'm going to stay. But over at the Cabbage Patch, if you've ever heard us talk about Camp Easy Ride, and we'll put a link down here for them. You can find them on Facebook. There's also a phone number I'll put down here. They do still have some tents available, which is going to be over at
the Cabbage Patch.
So you'll be able to be back in the trees. It's supposed to be all pretty well dried up back there is what we're hearing. The water didn't get back in there as much as it has in other places. So if you need a place, check them out. Their tents are full furnished. You already come in, it's got a bed, it's got chairs, it's got blankets, it's got rugs. Can't get it out. And it's a great compound, a lot of fun, and they're one of our sponsors, so we highly, highly, highly recommend, and we have stayed with them too.
Yes,
so it's a great place to check out. Now, the other thing, over at Cackleberry, the people that haven't been notified yet, they're going to tell them one more place they can go. But this is going to be boondocking or / dry camping only. They do have restrooms, and they do have, somebody comes out and pumps out the tanks. You can get water on the property, but no electricity and generators are allowed. That is actually at the corner
of the International Speedway, or 92, and Tamaka Farms Road. It's right there where the flea market is. It's right kind of behind there. They're still kind of wet, but they're going to accommodate as many people as possible. They're hoping not to have to turn away anyone. But if you're coming out, check them out. You can't call ahead of time and make reservations. But he said the fields are now, do not have standing water in them right now. So hopefully by the end of next week, they'll be completely dry and they'll be able to accommodate as many people as comes through.
Now, they open on Wednesday of this week. So be looking at that. The sooner you get out there, maybe, hey, I wasn't going to come until Thursday, you might want to get out there Wednesday, because like I say, once that one fills up, I don't know any place else to recommend you to stay. Same thing with the hotels and stuff. You need to get on. I actually got on hotels.com and Orbitz and stuff, and I was kind of looking through, and there is still a lot of places still available. And what you can do is, if you find something like that, check on it and see if it's got rooms available, then go to their website. Like the Hilton or whatever you're looking at, and then give them a call or book it through there, and then call them and say, hey, are you guys going to be open? I'm coming in the 18th, or I'm coming in the 20th, or whatever day you're coming in on. That way they know kind of what's going on. So that's just some of the things that we wanted to kind of tell you, but pretty much a lot of things are going on. We've only known one of our vendors that's not going to be there.
That's Wide Open Customs.
They do the fairings with the stereos and all that in there.
The removable fairings.
Yes. He's not going to do the next 2 rallies, so he's not going to be at
Thunder Beach or Biketoberfest.
Yep. So those 2 he's not going to be at. We've already seen Speeds is already out there. Sinister Sound is already out there.
All About Customs.
Yep. So a lot of the other ones, JP Cycles, Rick Rack, their trucks already pulling in out there this weekend. So they'll all start coming in because actually over at Teddy Morris's starting this weekend, really, I guess.
Yeah, I guess coming up.
They're already have what they call 3-wheel rallies. So some of the vendors are going to be there. Like Speeds said, you're watching this today, which is Saturday. They're actually going to be said that by Tuesday they'd be up and running to where if you need any work done by Speeds, and they're over at JB Cycles parking lot over there. So just some ideas. I'll kind of give you some ideas. There's plenty of bars that are going to be open. Doghouse, so a whole bunch of that. All the ones down on Main Street, they all got their electric back on early this morning. They're all saying they're going to be open. Doesn't see anything. If you're looking for a motorcycle to rent, we've got
Heavy Ed down at Midwest Motorcycles. He's open. He used the good old Flex Seal and sealed up his whole building and didn't get any water inside. So everything's good to go there if you need a motorcycle to rent.
Yeah, and we'll put a phone number down here that you can give them a call and check out if you want to rent a bike. Got some great prices, things like that. Also, he does repairs, he does towing, things like that. If you need any of that service done, he's right there on Beach. So right when you come across the bridge from Main Street, if you just go right to that next stop sign, look over to the left where all those bikes are sitting out, that's Heavy Ed. Go in there and tell them Bob and Tam sent you.
That's right.
So go, there's just some, some things are still going on. You might find, be patient. And we've talked to some people that actually live down there. They're kind of driving around and they said, everything looks pretty good. There's a little bit of debris here and there, but the streets have been pretty much cleared off. Most of the water has gone down on all the main roads, so you're not going to have any trouble traveling. There is some neighborhoods and stuff, which we're not going to be riding in anyway. The loop, we don't know if it'll dry up in time, so there may not be a guarantee of the loop. We had somebody else this morning went down the A1A all the way down up to St. Augustine's, I guess it's up.
Okay.
And they said the road was really clear. There was only one section they were cleaning off. They had it kind of detoured off. They were cleaning the sand off. Right there where the loop comes out at, a lot of times sand runs out there. I don't know if that's the same spot. He didn't say what spot it was. So there's some good information for you. I don't think it's going to be very crowded. The last two rallies that we had, which is the Smoky Mountain Rally and also the Myrtle Beach that was just last week, neither one of them had any record-breaking crowds. It was smaller than normal. I think this one's going to be really smaller yet, less of a crowd. So if you're interested in coming in, there's a lot of the bars still have a lot of things going on. We also heard that the Broken Spoke wasn't planning on being opened anyway this year. Across the street, the Iron Horse has got some events going on. And what's the bar? I always forget the name of that bar at the end of Main Street that has bands and stuff going on down there.
The Boot Hill Barn.
Yeah, so they're open. They opened up today. Dirty Harry's, they were opened up today. So there's a lot of stuff still, it's going on. So if you made plans, you already got your reservations and stuff, just double check, making sure where you're going. So a couple things we just wanted to let you know. The campground, Crazy Horse. They'll be open on Wednesday the 16th. So if you want to check that out and get in there early, that's the time I would recommend, because everybody that from Cackleberry, they're going to tell everybody to go on up there on Thursday and Friday if they show up. So the earlier you get there, the better off you're going to be. So if you've made plans, go ahead and go on down there, help support the economy. Some people are saying, well, people shouldn't go because there's so much devastation going on. You're bringing money to the economy down there. You're spending money. Even though we're coming down to have fun and enjoy and ride our bikes and have a great time, the money we spend is staying in Florida. The sales tax you pay and the money that's going to the hotel. A lot of these places that we're closed for, up to a week maybe. Yeah. So just an idea to kind of let you know that we just want to put everybody's anxieties down and step back a little bit. And if you've got an Airbnb, just touch base with everybody. Just make sure that, hey, how's everything going? Are you going to be open? Some of these hotels that are saying they're not taking reservations, they canceled you, I would call back every couple of days and check with them. Because if they get it all dried out or whatever they need to do, I don't know. We're not hearing what the damage was. Some of it was wind damage. We've seen over there right across from the Iron Horse, that gas station over there. Which I don't know if
its canopy.
Yeah, I don't know if they had pumps there or not. I know it was more of a liquor store there. But their canopy fell over. So a lot of things happen. Most of that, when you get down there, you probably won't even know anything happened. And people
I think
say
a lot of that was from the tornadoes, not necessarily the hurricane, because they had a lot of tornadoes right before the hurricane went through.
Yeah, well, that was more south than it was along the coastline. But more of it was water coming in. Over there on beach, that it floods. I get all the time. And Heavy Ed, which has got the Midwest Cycles, he's there, and he's learned a great. Go back and watch his Facebook page. If you own a business anywhere down there, if you're anywhere you have flooding, he will show you how you can keep with. I think he said 12 or 15 inches of water in front of his sliding doors, and not a drop of water got inside. So he came up with a great idea, and he shows it, and he spreads the information. You don't have to deal with sandbags or any of that stuff. Spend a little bit of probably less than $100 or so, maybe a couple $100, you can probably fix up your house or apartment or anything like that and get it all watertight before something like this would happen again. But typically, just let you know, just a couple of years ago, exactly the same thing happened before.
Yeah,
And
before Biketoberfest.
Yep. And everybody kept saying, oh, is it going to happen? Now, it wasn't as close as this one. I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks before it. But, I mean, it all got back into shape. We were actually in that one, and so it all checked out. But this year we were planning on going. Ended up being that our place we were going to plan on staying at didn't all work out like we thought. Tickets ended up for the airlines to fly in was just a little higher than I wanted to do. So at this point, we decided not to go. It would have been great to have been there ahead of time, lived through the hurricane, and showed you all the stuff that was going on for rally time, which is, we're getting all these people are asking us, Bob and Tam, you're down there. Can you give us some information? So here's what we've done. We've done our homework. We're giving you the facts, and we're giving you all the information that we know from the people that are down there. Also, don't forget, Willie's Chopper Time show will be on the 17th. So check that out. That's one of the best bike shows you're ever going to go to. All the money goes to the veterans right there in Daytona. Helps out with their housing and everything that they've got going on there. And if you're in the area and you go down there, Willie's, stop by there and tell Willie Bob and Tam said hi, and we'll see him in the spring.
There you go. That's right.
So with that, we're going to leave you.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you got a lot of great information. If you're going down to Biketoberfest, be safe. If you're in any of that devastation from the last couple of storms, our prayers are with you, and I hope everything gets back to normal very quickly, very soon for you. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. We'll see you all coming up soon. Oh, Monday. I got a video coming out on Monday. Oh, tomorrow's live. So if you're around, you want to hear a little bit more about our live, we got that coming up. Normal time on Sundays. We're just going to kind of stick with Sundays. Monday, we just got done with a bike show and a car show that
and boat show.
Yeah, and got a great interviews. Got to meet up with a couple more subscribers again that are out in that general area. So we were actually over in Arizona. So stay tuned and watch for that video coming up on Monday. And then I don't have a lot other than that coming up. So we'll see y'all later.
Birthday's coming up soon.
Who?
Bye.